866-0500. Here he is, WBSM's morning mayor, Phil Paleologos.
Yes, indeed. Once upon a time, in a not-so-far-off land, lived a nationally revered paranormal expert, author, tour guide, and radio and television host. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Sam Baltrusis to our airwaves to tell us about the most exciting paranormal event coming up this weekend. Sam, great to have you on the air with us. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Phil. Great to be on your show.
Oh, we kept you up. I know we did. So we're going to make up for that. We're going to make up. Don't you worry. Good things happen when these.
Absolutely. Yeah. I was really actually. I've been listening to your show. It's a great show. I want to wish Casey happy birthday as well.
Oh, isn't that nice of you? Thank you, Sam. She just walked out, so when she comes back in, that is so very thoughtful. Sam, thank you, buddy. Tell us about what is coming up. You're producing something very special in Provincetown.
Sure, yeah. I would love to invite all your listeners to. We have it's called the Provincetown ParaCon. It's at the very tip of Cape Cod, and WBSM's very own Tim Weisberg is one of the featured para-celebs at this event. And it's from May 12th through May 14th, which is Mother's Day weekend. And you have a lot of people coming in from various television shows, like Adam Berry from Kindred Spirits, formerly from Ghost Hunters, and we have Amy Bruni, who also was on Ghost Hunters and currently on Kindred Spirits, and just a ton of people. There's a traveling museum of the paranormal. This is all happening at the Provincetown Inn, and it's definitely worth the drive. We have a lot of mothers and daughters coming for the weekend. We have mothers and sons, and just all sorts of people coming to celebrate the weekend in the very beautiful Provincetown.
And folks, the Provincetown Inn is rumored to be haunted in what, a 400-year-old historic town, almost 400 years there in Provincetown, Sam?
Yeah, a lot of people don't know this. I've written 7 books on the paranormal, and they're history books. And Provincetown really intrigued me because it's the first stop before heading to Plymouth for the Pilgrims.
Right.
And so it's a precursor to Plymouth, and so Provincetown goes back to the 1620s, and it was the first location for the Mayflower.
Wow! Now, during this event, the Traveling Museum of the Paranormal and Occult is going to happen. Is that Friday night?
Yeah, it's Friday night. They're doing a lecture, but it's going to be, of course, like an interactive, fun lecture with lots of great haunted artifacts. They're bringing things like from the Amityville Horror House. There's a plank that they have. They have haunted dolls and all sorts of things. And so it's going to be like an hour-long presentation. And we're also doing kind of a skit with Ginny Nightshade and Michael D'Angelo, who are really big. I live in Boston, so they do this really fantastic parody on the paranormal. And Tim's going to be working all day, but come in later that night. And so it's like a VIP kickoff party on the black carpet on Friday. And then Saturday's the main event. So that's where all the lectures and vendors and all sorts of things happening on Saturday. And then we have an investigation at the UU Meeting House from 8 o'clock until probably 11 or even later than that.
Wow, all of you are A-listers. I mean, this is fabulous. It's happening in Provincetown Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, folks. This is the ParaCon to be a part of it. How do we get tickets? I'm going to repeat this over and over again.
Yeah, so you go up to ProvincetownParaCon.com, and I actually have a special. There's the all-access VIP pass for your listeners for $113, and it's normally $150. I was listening to your show. I love the people that called in. I would love for people to come up for the weekend. Bring your mother. Don't bring your mother. Just have a fun weekend, away from everybody, and just visit this very beautiful part of Cape Cod.
Yes, indeed. And get to meet one of America's most revered experts, Sam Baltrusis, for this 3-day paranormal experience at the Provincetown Inn. Ghost tours, investigations, lectures, and I understand that you even have a great headliner sponsor with FX Crate.
Yeah, they're fantastic. They're going to do... They're going to show people how to do special effects makeup throughout the entire weekend, and they're awesome. It's basically special effects in a box, and you get a different setup every month. And for the month of May, and at the ParaCon, their theme is possession. So we're going to see what that entails when they come this weekend.
Oh, this is awesome. And once again, folks, so many of your favorites will be there, and time for you to get to know one another and, of course, find out more. Now, you have speakers on Saturday. You have Adam Berry and Amy Bruni. Everyone loves them. They love you. They love Tim. How about John Brightman? Is he going to be there?
Yeah, so perfect for the location for the Southcoast is John Brightman's doing a lecture on the Bridgewater Triangle.
Yes.
And he grew up there, and he has a lot of insider's knowledge on what happened. It's sort of like the spooky backstory to the Bridgewater Triangle. And he was a part of the documentary that Tim and Stephanie Burke were featured on, and has just really going to focus on the lore and legend associated with the Bridgewater Triangle.
Love it, love it. How about Peter Muse?
Yeah, Peter Muse is, he and I are really good friends. We're fellow authors with the History Press, and he writes about legends and lore. And he's been on Spooky Southcoast before. He is the expert on sort of like legends that people have never heard of before. And he's going to focus on cryptids, and cryptids are creatures like the Black Flash, which is the cryptid of Provincetown, and there's other cryptids as well, but he's kind of focused specifically on the mythical monsters associated with Cape Cod.
Yeah. The Black Flash was a headliner for years and then disappeared. I don't know if it's going to come back for the Provincetown ParaCon, ? You never know. By the way, folks, if the accommodations are not included, however, they are going to give you a discount if you use a certain code word. Right, Sam?
Yeah, so the code word, so we have 2 hotels with this code word that you get a discount. It's the Provincetown Inn, and it's Harbor Hotel Provincetown, and the code word is ghost.
Oh.
So use that code to book your room, and the rates are extremely reasonable. This is off-season, so in 2 weeks, the rates are going to skyrocket to like $400. You can get a room for $100 for the night.
Oh, yeah, and you can stay in Helltown. Do they still call Provincetown Helltown?
Well, actually, Peter Muse is going to talk a lot about that, too. But, yeah, Helltown dates back hundreds of years. They probably don't – people don't know what we're talking about when we say Helltown, but we'll probably mention it a lot this coming up weekend.
Hauntings, human monsters, tales from the crypt, giant cats. How about UFOs, Sam? Any UFOs on Route 6 there?
Yeah, we have a gentleman, Dave Scott, who's also a fellow radio guy. He's coming in from Canada, and he is sort of our UFO expert. And, there's tons of people who have had UFO encounters in Truro and Provincetown. So if you want to go where there are UFOs, go out to Provincetown.
Folks, this is the ParaCon convention you want to be a part of. And are you going to talk about the spirit, perhaps, the spirit of Captain Snaggs? Is he going to be there?
Yeah, Captain Snag, Peter Muse, he actually kind of filled me in on that whole backstory. But, yeah, that's the whole story that the devil, he made a pact with the devil, and he ends up in Provincetown. That's actually where the name Helltown came from.
Folks, you are going to absolutely love this convention. Now, once again, all you have to do is go to their website, and that is Provincetown ParaCon.com. Provincetown, ParaCon.com. You'll see all the information there. This is one of the very best conventions that you'll want to be a part of. Plus, it's fun. everyone that you love is going to be there, and it happens starting Friday and goes Saturday and Sunday. What didn't I ask you that you'd like to get our audience to be aware of, Sam?
Well, I think that, if say your audience wanted to go just for a day, that's totally fine. So a lot of people are making it a day trip on Saturday specifically to do the lecture series. And what's interesting about the lecture series is Tim and Stephanie, for the first time, are going to speak together. So the crew from Spooky Southcoast are going to lecture in the afternoon, and they're one of the headliners. And then that evening is the investigation. So if you wanted to go just for a day and then leave late at night, you totally can, and it's still have a great experience.
Now, listen, folks, there's a Kindred Spirits VIP party. You may want to be a part of that. Sam, tell us, when is that happening?
That's Friday night. So we have 8 o'clock to 11 is the Kindred Spirits VIP party. And from 6 to 8 o'clock, we have what I'm calling a black carpet, although we don't technically have a black carpet. I'm trying to find a black carpet.
I love it.
So it's going to be like a lot of like live remote radio shows and Facebook Live and photos and people dressing in various garb. You're not required to wear a costume, but some people are.
Yeah.
And so from 6 to 8, it's going to be kind of the meet and greet. And then from 8 o'clock to 11, it's going to be the VIP party. And then I'm actually doing a tour of a true crime tour at 11 o'clock with Rachel Hoffman from PXP. And we're going to revisit some of the crimes that happened in Provincetown from really late at night, and then get up early in the morning to do a whole day of convention.
Isn't this awesome, folks? It's going to be a mysterious, very mysterious weekend. Hopefully, you'll be a part of it. All you have to do is go to Provincetown ParaCon.com. Provincetown, ParaCon.com. You get all of the information there. And, of course, nationally revered Sam Baltrusis has put his heart and soul into this. You're producing this. I wish you the very, very best. I hope it's truly a successful event, Sam. I'm going to keep on plugging it throughout the week so that folks don't forget, and especially earlier in the morning. Maybe you want to come back on if you can, maybe Friday morning or so that we can repeat this great event. I don't know. It's up to you. You tell me.
I would love to. I'm going to be in Provincetown in the morning setting up, so I can maybe call and give you, like weather, to tell you what the weather's like. But I think the weather's going to be nice this weekend, and it's going to be foggy and spooky. So it's a perfect, like a spectacular weekend in Provincetown.
Spectacular. I love that. Sam Baltrusis, for all that you've done for the paranormal, huge radio hugs, my friend.
Thank you, Phil. Love your show.
Oh, we love you, Sam Baltrusis, with a little bit of Camille Saint-Saëns in the background. The aquarium, folks, remember, Provincetown ParaCon.com. Sam, all the very best, my friend.
Thank you so much, Phil.
All righty. We'll be back in just a moment. Don't go away.